you're going to complete an activity that looks at how sometimes they can treat bacteria with using viruses that are known as bacteriophages. So the first thing is, when you get to this in savvas, do not click on this worksheet. When you type the answers in on through savvas, it doesn't save your work, so I'm unable to see it. There will be a worksheet attached to the assignment in Google Classroom that you can use to fill out as you're working through this virtual investigation. So again, don't click on this. Don't type your answers into that because it doesn't save it, and you're going to have to go back and redo it. There is a worksheet on the assignment on Google Classroom that you can type the information in, and it's the same one that you would find here, but it saves your information. So for this activity, there's 3 learning outcomes. Observe how bacteriophages infect and kill bacteria, conduct an experiment to better understand bacteriophage treatments, and then form an opinion regarding the use of bacteriophages for bacterial infection. So are you for or against using bacteriophages? So for the investigation, the first thing is you want to read through this background information. Once you've read through this information, you're going to click next, and then you're going to go through part 2, and each of these little magnifying glasses you can click on, and it will bring up information. It tells you about how the DNA injects it, or how it injects its DNA, what the virus is, and how it functions. And then once you do that, you'll see that next green button will pop up, and then you're going to work through with your control group, which looks at worms, and your experimental group. Again, all of this information comes from the short little reading that goes along with it. You'll take your eyedropper and drop and do what it says. As you're working through this, there's going to be questions that go along with it, so make sure you're following along and answering the questions as you're completing the virtual bacteriophage savvas investigation.